Happy Sunday, everyone. Yeah, I know there's no red on the background of my screen, but there's red all over crypto. Further escalation means lower prices. Retaliation means even lower prices. The whales are still buying. We're going to talk price action along with...
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
And happy Sunday to you absolute legends. And yo, things are going on super sale, and I'm definitely going to be spending some money. There's an auction tonight, a big silver auction. Crypto is on total blue light special. No, I know it's red on the screen, but I got my blue lights on in the background. And why is all this happening? Well, we're going to talk about it. And we're going to talk about what's going to make it go even lower, what could make it rebound higher, and what are the bigs doing? But before we get into that, you know the deal. Your comments come first. Hot, spicy, naughty, relevant. Maybe I'll share it at the beginning of the next video. Confidence in Jesus Christ says, what's good, Klaus? Hope you're feeling well. All the best. But no, actually, lately I'm not feeling so hot. I felt pretty good for a few days, and now I'm starting to slide backwards, making me a little nervous. But I'm going to chill. I'm going to pump the brakes again. Try to chill it out a little bit. Just had some bad sleep with the last meds that I was on. I think that's what screwed me up, but thank you for asking. XRP King, love the name, by the way, says, man, I really hope we go back to November prices. Bro, we're there. Like, we are so freaking getting there. Not pre-election November prices, but post-election November prices. It sure seems as hell like we're getting there. Look at all the deep red up on the screen. Some of our favorites down 9-10%. This is absolute nuts. So I had to sell my entire bag because of a family emergency. So if it goes back to then, I can slowly restack. That'd be an awesome buying event for everyone. I told you all, I do not chase prices. I have targets. I said, look, I won't chase XRP below or above $2. And people are like, but bro, you're never going to get XRP above $2. And I said, well, if I have to wait, I'll wait. And guess what happened, everyone? Yeah, it's been a while. It was the last time we had this action was what? In April. And now all of a sudden, there you go. You got XRP sub $2. It's all about having your targets and having the discipline to wait for those opportunities. Bright Films and Video says at the 444 mark, Chili's. Yeah, like Chili's, like Pasta Chili's. Christmas is how we order our enchiladas and smothered burritos in Nuevo Mexico. Please hold the poop sandwiches. I can't help that. This is definitely going to be a poop sandwich. Now, here's what you got to pay attention to, okay? I'm going to give you all some advice, all right? If you want to watch one thing all day, watch the price of Bitcoin, okay? You remember those commercials where the girl sit in the car and she's like, you don't do chicken nuggets, you're Taco Bell. And she goes, Taco Bell. And you're like, are you slow or are you, like, taking too many letters? Watch the price of BTC. Seriously, that's all you need to focus on. Here's why, okay? BTC at 100,000 is what you need to pay attention to. If BTC breaches 100,000, all hell is going to frickin' break loose. And I mean, remember Sunday Bloody Sunday a few months ago when everything was on mega sale? Imagine that and then some. So if you're like strapped for time, if you've got like Sunday plans, you've got like a niece's birthday party where you're like, yo, I really don't want to go, but you want to be on your cell phone and trade crypto, or if your wife is wanting you to go to a barbecue with like maybe some of her coworkers' friends and you're like, yo, this is fucking stupid, but you want to do shit anyways, follow the chart of BTC. That is going to tell you everything you need to know about the market today. Bitcoin, 100,980. Saylor and the crew are shitting their pants. Why? Because all these players have spent billions and billions and billions of dollars buying the tip. Yeah, that's right. Buying above 105,000. And now they're like 5% in the red. Look at ETH down 10%. Sol down nearly 10%. XRP down 7%. ADA down 8%. Aptos dead in the red. Look at this. Down 15% right now. Caspa down almost 10%. You've got some things in there way in the nasty buy zone. Pi, all-time lows. Well, Pi sucks balls anyways. They overpromised and underdelivered. But listen to this, all right? Talk about one of the worst players out there. Michael Saylor Strategy breaks silence with a viral 4 words about their Bitcoin purchase. That's right. The bigs are still buying. Michael Saylor isn't showing any signs of slowing down anytime soon. Fresh off of Strategy's recent announcement of adding another 10,000 BTC, The company chairman's already signaling that they got even more. Here's his post. Nothing stops this orange. Essentially what happens is a Saylor posts on Sundays some cringy, stupid shit message on Twitter. Yes, I'm calling it Twitter. Leave me the F alone. Oh, by the way, my Twitter information is linked down below. Yeah, just throwing it out there if you want to follow. Essentially this. Buying more. Now, here's what you need to pay attention to, okay? I'm going to open this up in a new tab, Brony, right here. Look at this, okay? We're going to blow this bad boy up. Look at all of these big blobs right here above the 100,000 mark. Those big blobs, right? The bigger the orange, the bigger the purchase, right? Notice how when BTC was cheap here, under 100,000, these are all little blobs. So that means his average, which is this hash line right here, which is skyrocketed since November, his average has gone up big time. All these buys, when he could have been gobbling up billions and billions of BTC for 20,000, 30,000, he wasn't doing it. Look at all the big buys he's had at high prices. So now Saylor and all the other people following Saylor using the buy the tip method. I don't know what investment strategist does that shit. That's some whack ass crap right there. Buying the tip method has now buying even more. His average price is 70,000, so overall he's still in the green. But the problem we got is the Saylor and the Saylor followers out there have been buying lots of BTC over 100,000. And if cash flow becomes tight, they're going to be forced to sell BTC to keep the lights on, right? To pay their bills, to pay the employees, to pay their debts. That's what Saylor and a lot of these players are doing. They're using future debt. They're selling their shares in order to buy BTC. So when they need the cash, they got to sell BTC. Now, here's the problem you got. That puts direct selling pressure on BTC. Not like spreading it out on the market, but direct to BTC, which means what? Yeah, that tanks the rest of the market with it. So think of like your crypto miners too. When your crypto miners are forced to sell BTC because they need the money, and a lot of crypto miners are in trouble around the 104, 103,000 mark. So at 100,853, which is the price right now, they're in trouble. They need to sell. That really puts pressure on BTC. So the bigs are still buying. They're buying at the top. Gosh, this is going to turn out to be a mess. Is Saylor, Strategy, Metaplanet, and all those other players out there that have been buying BTC at the tip, is this the Black Swan event that's going to be happening? Now, what caused this? Well, we had a little bit of escalation, right? Trump was like, Iran can't have nuclear weapons. Then he sent some planes over there, and they were like, and they blew some stuff up, okay? Trump confirms bombing of Iran nuclear sites. BTC crashes to 101,000. Well, it went to way lower than 101,000. In fact, if you look at the candlestick that we just printed, yes, this is just happening right now. 15-minute candlesticks up on the screen, and this is BTC's lowest candlestick. We got a low of 100,550. See, that's why you hit the notification bell, because when you get these alerts, boom, they are juicy, they are fast. I bring it to you hot. Even if it's bad news, I still got to bring it to you hot. You want those poop sandwiches served hot. I know, they're still poop sandwiches. I get it. Okay, so look. He bombs it. Here's the deal. Following the strikes, Trump warned Iran of potential future attacks if peace is not pursued. So, what could make this market go further red? If Iran retaliates, right? If they snap back. Trump basically was like, look, we're going to take you back to the Stone Age in terms of your nuclear proliferation. Basically trying to make it like they can't do anything from that point on. So if Iran snaps back, what happens? Market goes further red. If Iran comes to the table and is like, full surrender, we want peace, we're done. If Israel's cool with it, what can happen? Market can go green, which means this deep red up on the screen can what everyone turn around to juicy money, right? You have to be able to make money on these opportunities. I'm in a little bit of a quandary because, like I said, there's a big silver auction happening tonight. But there's also a lot of my favorites up on the screen that are like in prices that I'm like, you guys are finally hitting my targets and I can do this. Look at HBAR is about to get into 12-cent zone. Everyone, we're going to talk HBAR price soon. Now, here's the thing. This got even worse, though, because it wasn't just the physical activities of him bombing the nuclear plant. Now, here's the big problem, all right? So we already did the thing where they flew the planes over. They took them back to the Stone Age nuclear-wise. Here is what the issue is. This is what Trump said. Any retaliation by Iran against the United States will be met with a force far greater than what was witnessed tonight. Basically saying, you even sneeze at us, you look at us the wrong way, we're going to snap that ass. Yeah. So, you got to be ready here. So, just keep up on the big news, keep up on the price of BTC, And that's the best way to play this messy blob up on the screen. That being said, we're watching Bitcoin level off right now, but this move is just happening. Like I said, we got 15-minute candlesticks up on the screen, and we're just starting to see this next candlestick right here print. HBAR, yo, we're in the 12-cent range, girlfriend. This is absolutely freaking nuts, because a lot of you players out there are like, bro, HBAR is giving us an opportunity that we haven't seen before. Look at this. Go to the one-day chart on HBAR and look at where we're at. We're almost at November price here. The super low that we had on HBAR was the 7th of April, where we got to 12.4 cents. We're at 12.9 right now. We passed this, we are going all the way back to here to November pricing. So for those of you that got caught buying the tips, you know, like Saylor action here, you will have a chance to DCA that action down. Now, I'm not telling you what to do, but for those of you that have that strategy of wanting to stack HBAR, look, this is your chance to buy low that you have never seen before. So all those influencers that told you the train is leaving the station, they're full of shit. That train is back at the station. XRP fans, let's be real here. XRP, more support, okay? Now look, Sunday Bloody Sunday, y'all remember what happened there? We got to $1.61. We got a ways to go for that. All right, we got a ways to go. We're at $1.95 right now. That we breached. Remember, we still got a few more times to go, but still, you're at pricing that you haven't seen in a while. We haven't seen sub $2 XRP since April. So yeah, again, another opportunity. But remember, what are people always trying to tell you? Oh, you'll never get XRP cheap. Oh, there's going to be supply shocks. Oh, you know, no. Geopolitical events right now are running rampant. The crypto market is on very soft footing. And right now, everything is on sale on the screen. The question is, do you have dry powder? Do you believe? And are you able to capitalize on when situations suck? Because when situations suck for one person, you know what that means? There's opportunities for another. Well, not the way I wanted to start this Sunday off with bringing you the bad news. But the reality is the crypto market is on very fragile ground and reacting very heavily to the action that's going on in the Middle East. I'm not taking any joy in this, but I have to bring you the news as fast and as accurately as I can. And right now, the news is telling us this. Further escalation by the United States, prices go down. Retaliation by Iran to what the United States did, prices go down. If Israel is like, you know what, we're just going to keep pounding the hell out of them, prices are going to go down. Now, if Iran is like, look, guys, gals, we don't want any more of this. We want full ceasefire. And if the United States and Israel are cool with it, guess what can happen? We can pump on up and you could see a quick 10, 15, 20% bounce back on that, which would be freaking great. So you would have an opportunity to stack. You would have an opportunity to play a short-term rally. You would have an opportunity to what, everyone? To do a lot of juicy things. The best part about this is you're able to do it while the traditional finance markets are what? They're freaking closed. Yeah, how many times have we seen now that the crypto markets are able to trade this news while the traditional markets have been closed? That's what I'm saying. News happens 24/7. I bring you the news 7 days a week, except when I travel. I do have travel days. I will bring you news while on vacation, but I don't during travel days. And that's my whole point. Crypto can trade with the news. You just have to be ready. Now, that being said, Saylor, he's buying more expensive BTC. I'm thinking he's going to come out with an announcement on Monday saying something about how I bought more BTC at 105,000, and we're going to be looking at him going, bro, you bought the tip again. You're just fucking stupid. Like, for real, that's what's going to happen. So, I'm going to keep you informed because this situation, like I said, is just happening. We're just printing these candlesticks now. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, notification bell so you don't miss out because, like I said, I told you we would get there. I told you you just had to be patient and wait for the opportunities. And no, it is not a nice opportunity. I don't like why we're getting these prices so low. Doesn't mean, though, I can't capitalize on it. And doesn't mean that you can't capitalize it on it either. Choo-choo what? Choo-choo biz nachos. Happy motherfucking Sunday.